What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron, and we are gathered here for yet another draft stream in August. Today we have a $300 Fantasy Life Championship draft over on RT Sports. Full PPR. 2 wide receiver, 2 flex league. We now have to decide between Justin Jefferson and Christian McCaffrey, to be honest with you. And I think what we're going to do at 7 is we're going to follow the ranks. We're going to take Justin Jefferson, and we're just going to keep it pushing, is my thought process here. Jefferson it is. All right. In the meantime, I am going to get the chat going here. Of course, we will be drafting off of my own rankings you can find at patreon.com/ oh my god, that's an early Devon Achan. Patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I have links in the description, pinned in the live chat, pinned in the comment section down below, all of that good stuff. I was running a little bit late. We got a late video up today. We were out last night. Let me get my rankings up on another screen. I will try to get some kind of ADP for this website on another screen, and there is a early Brian Thomas. These leagues, they do not care about ADP. They kind of just do whatever their heart desires, which is fun. I've had people ask for, can you do a more home league type style league? I would say this is one of those where it's not going to be a lot of players based off ADP. It's going to be full PPR, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, 12-man league. And you're going to see some weird stuff. It's a more old school website on RT Sports. But all right. I got my rankings up on another sheet. Let me find this. I had ADP pulled up the other day. The ADP is not great. It's called the Fantasy Life Championship. There is a neighbor's pick. All right, so people don't like McCaffrey, I guess. There he is. How's everybody doing? How are we? How are we feeling? Do this. I don't know why it's taking me forever to find ADP here, fellas. Just bear with me. Here we go. I mean ADP from the last 3 days in this format. There we go. That's all I'm looking for. And also shout out to Dwayne McFarland. He's been doing some of these drafts over on Fantasy Life. This is the Fantasy Life Championship sponsored by the site he works for, and I do want to see what that draft board looked like from the one he did yesterday. All right, perfect. There we go. Let's get the chat up. Let's get back in the mix. What do we got in here? Struggling to get the chat up. My bad. Slow start to this stream, but here we go. What do we got? We got Jason here. We got Joe D in here. We got Thomas in here. We got Alex. We got all the fellas. The timer, that's the biggest holdup with this site for me, is that the timer is long as hell. Like, you're absolutely right. It is. It's definitely too long, but it is what it is. So Puka goes 202, Genty 111, Nico Collins is gone, Amon-Ra St. Brown is gone, Neighbors is gone. All right. That is how the top 14 should be taken off the board. The order from 7 on was a little weird, but there goes Drake London. Now let's lock in. Let's lock in. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Draft is ending tomorrow. How was night out? It was fun. It was fun. It was a tough morning, though, of course. Having to Achan soft tissue lower body injury is what they're calling it, which is probably a hamstring. Not great. Not great. I got to probably personally figure out how low I want to drop him in the rankings. It did one from the 12 earlier today. What to do, Big Ron? What's up, Big Beef? Randomly came across a YouTube Shorts of you from a few years ago looking a lot slimmer these days. Thank you, man. What pick am I? I am pick number 6 here. You can see this is my fucking government name, Ronald Stewart. There I am. Government name. Did the Uber end up letting you drive? No. The Uber was pissing me off, man. The Uber was pissing me off. Now we're going to have to decide between A.J. Brown, which I keep saying, you know, I really want to end up in a draft where I get Chase Brown, or not Chase Brown, where I end up taking A.J. Brown, not really liking A.J. Brown. But I like A.J. Brown, but it's tough. In these rooms, you want to make sure that you're getting a running back early. So we'll have a tough decision here. I'd love to see what Hambone does. But there's one guy I'd really like. Love my nuts saying. We got EG3 in the chat. Just watch your bus video. Hell yeah. Damn. Damn. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. I wanted to see if I could get Derrick Henry to get there. But I think we're probably going to fold to the will of these draft rooms and go Bucky Irving. I think so. Yeah, I'm going to go Bucky Irving. I just know in this room I'm not going to want to, like the running back prices are going to get pretty crazy on here. So I'd rather just kind of take my medicine and go Bucky. Yeah, it would have been, especially in this room, Derrick Henry there would have been so nice. Patreon ranking link doesn't show 200 on mobile. I'm not sure what that means. I imagine you probably, people, I mean, a lot of it's user error. I hate to put it on you guys, but there's tabs on the rankings. You're probably on the wrong tab. You got to scroll to the top 200, click on it, and then on mobile it should be there. It's not really designed for mobile, I will be honest. That's one of the biggest drawbacks. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the top 200 right now on mobile. You just have to... move over to it, if you will. You guys would be shocked how much of my job is customer service at times. All right, so Kyron goes, JT goes. So I'm happy we went running back. I mean, this is what these rooms are on RT Sports. And I will put up the... let's put up the format here. Format... okay, it's still saved from RT Sports from the other day. Perfect. Perfect. Crazy snipe, but like also he was like such an obvious pick there. Oh my god, 211 Breece Hall. All right. Okay. We do have to remember in the last draft we remembered quarterback and tight ends definitely go much later in this format. Though I will say I think we were all, oh my god, 212 Alvin Kamara. All right. This is just like I said, I don't, this might even be more boomer than a homely you could even dream of. But this is certainly no underdog draft room right now in terms of, you know, the wide receiver thirst. We haven't seen a wide receiver go off since London at the 203. So Kamara is gone, Breece is gone, Kyron is gone. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. Said thanks for the wide receiver upside video. Of course, man. I like making those style videos. Hope people can come around on Zay Flowers. I think he's great. Top 20 hairline and FF YouTube content creators. Yeah, I agree. Especially in this room where I just like zero, it's actually funny how you would think that like zigging one other zag and zero RB would make more sense in a running back hungry league, but it really doesn't, because it just forces your hand into like round 6 Jordan Mason is like kind of how you start to have to look at things, which is just really ugly. What's the argument for Bucky over Jacobs? Yeah, I just think Bucky's a better player in a good offense. More upside. Really good AJ Brown pick. So we were up in 3. I have a couple of guys I like here. God damn it, man. All right, take lad. Fine. All right, I'm between 2 guys here. Devontae. All right, we're going to take T. I'm like somewhat tempted to go quarterback or tight end, but again, we've kind of already learned our lesson in these rooms. I say we just sort of secure wide receiver 2 here. We'll say Marion Hampton's certainly an option. But we already took Marion Hampton on one of these teams. I think it's got to be T, yeah. There we go. I think it's close between the 2. I think it was close, but I think we'd feel better about T as our wide receiver 2 right now. He's one of the guys that I would have like obviously ahead, I think. Yeah, there goes round. Yeah, that's just going to be the price for Trevon Henderson in these rooms now. And we took Marion Hampton in our previous draft on this site, so I just kind of wanted to switch it up personally. Nah, brother. Henderson was never coming back. I think Hampton, I mean, fellas, Alvin Kamara went 212 in this draft. All right, this guy doubles up on tight ends. Just let him hang then, brother. Let him hang. I don't know if we end up like fully punting RB2 in a hero RB build, I'm fine with that in this setup as well. Thoughts on Wilson? I had him in today's video as a fade. I'm not drafting him at all, really. It sucks. I've talked about it. He's my favorite player on my favorite team, and I cannot justify his draft price. So that's kind of where I'm at on him. Not Tyreek, no. I have Tyreek after T. I think it would have been close. I have T ahead, but then it would have been close between Tyreek and Hampton for me. I think Bucky's backfield will still be split. Yeah, I mean, most backfields are split, brother. Wow, 401 DeAndre Swift. Right after you. All right, and then Allen and Lamar are off the board. We are back up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks. What the hell is this thing called? Fantasy Life Championship? There we go. Now we have an ADP board. Tyreek, good pick. Damn it. All right. I really only have one guy I'd be that thrilled to draft here. Goes Tet. Wow, Tet and even one of these rooms going early. Marv. All right, here's what we're going to do. I don't know how you guys are going to like this if I'm being completely honest here. But I'm pretty stoked to take this player, I'd say. So we're going to take RJ Harvey is, I think, where I land here. With the running back thirst, knowing at 5'6", we probably like the receivers. I'm very tempted for like Hurts or Jayden Daniels, but I think, again, I want to wait on tight end and quarterback. We'll see what comes back to us in like round 5, 6 and figure that out then. But I think RJ Harvey makes a lot of sense. The running backs available are like James Conner, etc. We'll go Harvey. Surprised I didn't take James Conner. What do you think is the average age of drafters on this website? I don't know. What a crazy thing to say. I don't know. That's actually a great question, though. You might be onto something with that guess. There goes Worthy. I will say, again, like the thing with these draft rooms, they do take forever, no doubt. Yeah, round 4 Josh Allen's pretty nuts. People saying James Conner incoming. Come on, fellas. Come on. Give me more credit than that. Yep. They do not care about ADP, value, whatever. How important are bye weeks when drafting? Very little importance for me at all, to be honest. This is a managed league, yeah. What's up? Come on. Yeah, I know how to get to the ADP. I just don't think it's very good. Like I just don't think it really has updated or anything, but I could just be wrong. But they have a screenshot that they put out of like a draft board with ADP that if I'm looking at ADP and it's not in a draft board, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me. That's me kind of being an idiot, but that's just how things work for me, I guess. All right, so I took Harvey, of course. Worthy and Metcalf are off the board. See, this is the thing. These guys are starting to hammer wide receivers out now. Where like even if Daniels or Hurts get back to me, I'd still be pretty inclined for a couple of different wide receiver options, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, that guy is Pepe Silvia's doing his thing up there. Home league was today? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Harvey just scored a touchdown? Yeah? Hey. Hey. Not tight end premium. Tight end premium would have Bowers and McBride as first round picks. I would debate James Conner round 5, but I don't think that's where I'm going. Harvey's limping after the touchdown. You're trolling me. You're trolling. Is he actually limping after the touchdown? Oh, my God. Medical tent. Nice. Nice. How bad does it look? Shoot me straight. How bad does it look? A.J. Brown team passed on Jalen Hurts, huh? Oh, it's a lot of trolling? Okay, whatever. This is RT Sports. There goes Jayden. DJ Moore. All right, we're gonna take Jalen Hurts here. We're out of range for an elite tight end. I think Jalen Hurts just makes a lot of sense at 5. Even without AJ Brown or really any stacks, I think Hurts is a fine pick. Round 5 Hurts, I just can't pass up on, fellas. Yeah, we'll just take Hurts here. So I think we stayed balanced enough through the first 4 rounds that I feel fine taking Hurts. Whoa, what are the noises that are getting... Get this out of my life, please. Please. I'm thinking so, Peter. I'm thinking so. We'll see. That's what I'm saying, especially in managed. We know the tight ends will go later. I think we're building out a nice squad. Building out a nice squad. Everything's nice and balanced. That would certainly be the plan, Sebastian. I just doubt he gets back. Yeah, I'm just going to have to disagree with you there, Josh. Stacking is certainly very valuable and managed. Especially in a tournament. $500,000 the first place in this setup. You need to hit on the nuts. When you're in those playoff weeks in a setup like this, you want the stack. And I also think in season long, you want the stack. Like last year, if you took Terry McLaurin and then you got to round 9, 10, and you were between, I don't know, Dak Prescott and Jayden Daniels or whatever, you should take Jayden Daniels to stack up with your wide receiver. You should. Squad looking nice. Appreciate it, brother. What does that say? Yeah, there goes... Devontae was never coming back. Yeah, Chase and Burrow, T and Burrow. Just makes sense in my eyes. Yeah. It just makes it so... It really is, like, when you think about fantasy football, your lineup is a... your lineup in fantasy football is essentially a, this is 20 rounds. It's essentially a 20-round, a 20-leg parlay. And it's really more of like a 10-leg parlay because it doesn't really matter what you do in the 13th round, whatever. But when you start to correlate things, right, where if you say, okay, well, if Jamar Chase smashes, so does Joe Burrow, you take it from a 10-leg parlay to a 9-leg parlay. And you can kind of, you can shrink the amount of things you have to get correct is kind of the idea in home league. I know in best ball, you can sync up spike weeks and make sense like that. But in terms of like the season-long thing, you are making a bet on these players. And if their outcomes are correlated, it makes it so you have to get less things correct to have a good football team. There goes Flowers. definitely not something I'm like forcing though. Like that's why like I took Jalen Hurts here without any of the receivers. I think especially for like scrambling QBs too, like ones that are not purely rushing like Hurts, but he's probably among the quarterbacks that have gone so far, probably the lowest in terms of projected passing yards, touchdowns, attempts, etc. Wow, 6th round Rashee Rice. All right, this is crunch time here. This is crunch time. This is a redraft managed league. All right, David Montgomery goes. Okay, I was going to say there's 3 players I want here. And Montgomery was not one of them. So now we are guaranteed to get one of them. The question becomes, are we scared off of this Travis Hunter injury? He picked up some kind of upper body injury today is what the reports have been. There goes Jameson Williams. I'm between Travis Hunter and Jalen Waddle here, but we're just going to take Travis Hunter. We just are. Yeah, we're going to take Travis Hunter and laugh to the bank. I was going to entertain if you guys wanted to get Waddle here, but... I'm going to have so much Travis Hunter. Like, it's going to be disgusting. But anytime I can get 6th round Travis Hunter, I just can't turn it down. Yeah, round 6. This is why, like, this room starves you so bad if you go 0 RB that it's like, I don't want to have to take 6th round Tyrone Tracy to feel good about my running back. There goes Waddle. There's Slick Rick. 6th round Slick Rick. There he is. Yeah, Waddle kind of gets a boost today, too, with this Achane injury stuff. Sixth round Golden. All right. Chris Wells kind of cooking. Gibbs, Taylor, Ladd, Worthy, Daniels, Waddle. Yeah, that's a nice start. That's a really nice start. Yeah, they're saying Hunter gets 6 points. I doubt it, but we'll see. Addison's gone. Golden is gone. Waddle, Pearsall. God damn. Can I get Emeka Egbuka to come back to me in one of these damn drafts? All right. All right, the 3 guys I have is Odunze, Olave, Jerry Jeudy. That's what I'm looking at here. In the 7th round, there's not really a running back on the board that I'm even thinking about here. You could talk me into Laporta, but I'm good off that. There's Jalen Warren. Olave goes. All right, we're going to take Rome Odunze. Man, even on this site, I'm telling you guys, the way that they starve you at quarterback and tight end, they squeeze in a lot of these, like 6th-round Ricky Pearsall, Matthew Golden here. Couldn't get Egbuka to come back. It's a sharp room for as crazy as it gets on this site, where you're looking at 212 Alvin Kamara and 211 Breece Hall, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? You get to round 6, and these guys are making sure they get the receivers that should be going here. Is it too risky to grab Addison and Rice? Honestly, I think that they complement each other well. Think Egbuka good value in the 7th round of home leagues? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I have. Like in my draft rankings, I have the target rounds, like pretty much the round where you can look up, you can see, all right, it's this round. Like I have next Egbuka, I can't speak. Target round 7. If I'm in the 7th round and I want Egbuka, that is me giving you the full go ahead. You can take him here. I think if anybody gets a bump, it's Ollie Gordon, to be honest. Or am I taking Judkins? I have Judkins right now ranked, and I really shouldn't even be talking about this because we could be considering him later, but I have him ranked at 99th after like the B-Rob Warren range of running backs. And there goes Judkins. Wow, that's an early Sharp. Dobbins goes. Seen a lot of running backs get hammered here at the turn. Kelsey off the board. All right. There goes Laporta. Any concern with the HN news? Definitely. Is there anything I can do for you to get the cheat sheet for free? No, man. It's literally $10, man. It's the cheapest set of rankings out there. There goes Bake. Yeah, I don't think anyone's watching either. Damn, I was honestly kind of hoping for Etienne to come back. Huh, this is actually a really tricky spot. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take a wide receiver. This is actually not that tricky. This is kind of crazy. I think we're just going to take Deebo Samuel. I'm looking at the other options. Yeah, we're just going to take Deebo Samuel. And then, like, feel really good about receiver. Maybe not even, like, take another one for a while. I'm looking through the rest of this. Like, I don't really like any of the other. Like, Jacoby's fine. Juwan Jennings I'm not the biggest fan of. I kind of like Deebo. I know people aren't crazy about him, but I think 8th round Deebo is more than fine. So we'll go Deebo. We're not going to feel all that confident about starting Travis Hunter early. We can put Deebo in the flex spot. And now we have wide receiver through the flex +1, and I feel good about it. I will be honest, if ETN got to us there, I would have taken ETN. But yeah, like the other wide receivers I was looking at was like Diggs, who I'm not a big fan of. Jacoby Myers, not a big fan of. Juwan Jennings is okay. Yeah, exactly. Like 8th round Deebo, I think. I mean, I think that's just good. No, I mean Dobbins already gone, but not my style personally. Wow, round day Jayden Blue. We're just crushing running backs right now. Jayden Blue, Trey Benson. But now that we took Deebo, like I don't feel any pressure to take wide receiver for a long time. So we'll catch up at running back, catch up at some other spots. Yeah, the Diggs ACL is just scared for me, man. Why pass on Jennings? I just like Deebo more than him, is kind of what it comes down to. Jennings been dealing with a weird injury all offseason. Goes Cooper Kupp. I'm telling you, this is just what RT Sports has always been. Oh, Diggs is already gone. My bad. Good catch. Did I miss Jennings? No, Jennings is still up there. Damn, I was hoping for Andrews to come back. All right. All right. That puts us in a predicament. Man. Wow, so there goes Tyler Warren. Joku goes. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're already so good at wide receiver. Like, you could talk me into Jayden Reed, but we're not going to do that. We are going to actually grab... I think we're going to get Skattebo here. I like Skattebo. I think so. He's my next best running back. I think we could definitely use a running back here, so we're just going to take Skattebo. I had a couple guys I was debating, but no, you're right. This is an old school draft where I would agree that like the dead zone to me is like 5th round Pollard, 5th round Pacheco. But I don't know. It's tough to say. It's still shaky. Is the RT Sports League chat popping? Yeah, I guess they. No, I think he was just like asking questions. I guess. This traffic is straight out of 2006. Let's see. Fantasy Nexus, I don't know. It updates a certain amount every day. Like when you go to the website, it says like last updated whenever. It runs daily. Should be soon enough. Damn. All right. That really sucks. All right. It's maybe a mistake not to go Loveland there. But I don't know. I wanted to build out our running back depth. Like at the end of the day, our running backs are round 2 and round 4. It's going to be really tough to pass on Jayden Reed here, but I don't think I can really justify taking him. Tee Higgins goes. Keon Coleman gone. How long have I played fantasy football? Since I was a kid, man. Maybe like, I don't know, like 10 years old or something. Been playing for a while. Doing content for the last 5 years. Maybe 4. I don't know. I lose track. Wow, JCM in the 10th. Alrighty. JCM in the 10th. Respect. There goes Jerome Ford. And we are going to sprint. I feel like you guys are sick of me doing this, but we will be taking Basiltune without much thought. Should have gone Andrews into light Jennings. What do you? I mean, Jennings wasn't coming back. Jennings wasn't coming back. So I don't know. I'm still fine, you know. I think punting tight end is like a more than fine strategy. You know what I mean? Like if I don't have a pretty looking tight end in my tight end spot right now, it's not the end of the world. Like I'm fine just punting tight end, fellas. Again, I want to make sure I build out our running back depth. Our wide receivers look good. We got an elite quarterback. And we're just going to accept on this team, really our only hole is tight end. And I feel confident that we'll take like 2 or 3 tight ends. One of them will be fine. And we'll be good. That's the hope. You said Brees in the second? Yeah. Brees, I don't know. These rooms are weird, man. These rooms are crazy. Pittman off the board. Mims off the board. What does Jerome Ford do as your 5th running back? I don't know. Some guy in... I hear about Jerome Ford every fucking stream we do on here. We worried about the H-N injury a little bit. It's tough to say much without anything definitive right now, but yeah. Oh, my bad, fellas. I wasn't even saying anything good. Fellas. Wow, that's a crazy Jonnu pick there. All right. And a Dante Thorne round 11 pick. All right. But what I was saying is that if Jayden Reed gets back to us here, I'd think about it. So there goes Wright and Grendo. Yeah, we're gonna take Jayden Reed here. That's if I'm being an idiot and he's not available. Oh, he is. All right, yeah, we're taking Jayden Reed here, guys. Looking through the rest of the, just making sure I'm not missing anything that sticks out. Yeah, I mean, round 11 Jayden Reed, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Like I'm just not passing on that. And then I'm probably not taking another wide receiver for the rest of the draft, unless Luther Burden gets somewhere that I'd be interested, but probably not. I love this draft. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I feel like you guys hate most of the drafts I do, but I like this. You could never have enough flex pieces, my boys. I know people don't like when I take wide receivers like that, but yeah, I can start 4 wide receivers at a time. We took wide receiver through the flex +1, so we still have the budget for like +2. Burden goes anyways. Burden was the only other receiver I would take, so like now we're genuinely not drafting another receiver. Beautiful except for Scat. Great draft other than lighting the 9th round pick on fire. People don't like Skattebo, huh? My unflex wide receivers or unused flex wide receivers stay on the bench. There's no trades in these leagues. But really, you can never have too many. When you are dealing in the middle of the season with bye weeks and injuries, you can truly never have enough flex-worthy wide receivers. There goes Kyle Pitts. So we're up in 3. Dude, anybody out there watches my dynasty stuff? We have too much Isaac Tesla, my bad. Making a buzzer beater pick on underdog. Forgot to get some of these slow drafts figured out. As you guys know, I'm on the clock in a billion of these things. But as always, I know this is a big draft weekend for fantasy football. I'm using my rankings off to the side here to draft this team. If you need rankings to make sure you win your draft, check out patreon.com/RonServe. Links in the description. Live chat, comments, all that good stuff. And perfect. We get Goedert to come back to us in round 12. Just a very simple Goedert pick here. No reason to do anything crazy. Am I an idiot? I don't know what happened with the queue there, but why is Goedert picked? All right, he's just buried. That's probably why he goes so late on this site. I probably could have even waited again if I wanted to, but yeah, I think that's fine. This team is fun, fellas. I like this team a lot. It's one of my favorite teams we've drafted. I'd probably give like an A- right now. Probably like an A-, A-, B+, somewhere in there. It's only nothing better than that because we just didn't really get any crazy value. Like, we definitely got some good values, but I think just a solid team. Very strong. Structurally sound. Drafted well. This is like, I just want a bunch of teams that look like this. Like, just give me a bunch of teams that look like this. No regrets. The only thing that was, like, maybe shaky was Hunter versus Waddle. That's just, like, a preference thing. The only things that were shaky was that. I guess kind of, like, T versus Hampton is another one. You know, do you like T and Harvey better than Hampton and like Xavier Worthy? I think so. That's what I'm thinking. It would have been more. This team would have been more fun if we could have gotten round 10 Colston Loveland, but also we would, we'd be through 12 rounds with only 3 running backs. Exactly, which is why I felt the need for Skattebo and Tootin, where RB2 is a little weak. Like, this is definitely a hero RB build, but that's fine. This is honestly to a T the hero RB build that I talked about in my video, to be honest, looking at it now. To a T. Like a hero RB where you take your RB2 in that round 4 to 6 range, no more than 3 through round 10, wide receiver through the flex +1, elite quarterback or tight end, we got it. So yeah, this is just pretty textbook. Harvey's not going to get 300 touches. I love Harvey, but let's all be reasonable right now. What are you thinking of Isaiah Bond? Probably not going to be relevant, no. I think Tesla takes wide receiver 3 by midseason, and God forbid a Lions wide receiver injury. Tesla's fun, man. Like I said, Matt Harmon gushed about him when we had him on the Dynasty channel in the offseason. No, we had him on this channel, and then we made the Dynasty channel, but so Woody Marks off the board, Algier off the board, Eckler gone. It is such a funny endorsement that even the boomers aren't taking Najee Harris, and guys want to pull up and say, oh, well, Hampton's this, or Najee's going to eat into that. Even the boomers who are taking Breece at 211 and Alvin Kamara at 212 want nothing to do with Najee Harris. To the point where I'm actually thinking about him right now, where I'm like, 13th round Najee Harris might make sense here. What do you guys think? I'll just lay it all. Okay, so Dylan Sampson was one of the running backs I was looking at. I love it. Odunze isn't good. He only has 1 year of data. Just like, I don't know, man. There's, I mean, that's just not true. John. That's just not true. We're going to say that Jalen McMillan was the true wide receiver 1 at Washington. Did you see Rome Odunze's senior year when he almost won the Blitnikoff? Come on. That's crazy. You can say Odunze is not good, but to say that McMillan was better in college is crazy. This is what we're going to do. So Najee goes off the board. Maybe Mike Reeves is watching. Who knows? Let's do this. Is Shipley still out there? We have Hurts. We'd kind of benefit from a Saquon injury. No, it's truly amazing. It's truly amazing. And I just try to tell myself, like, just, I don't know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, I suppose. If he gets back, I will. If he gets back, I will. We also probably got to think about tight end, too, now that I'm being honest here. I probably should have looked at what was available at tight end. Now we're in a spot. Okay, so Pitts is gone. Yeah, so there's really nothing great for tight end 2. Like, tight end 2, I don't know. What are you guys thinking? I feel like it'd be... I don't really think there is any more upside swings available. That's kind of the shitty part here. Like, none of these... If you want to squint and say Okonkwo has upside, maybe. You could talk me into Isaiah Likely, post-injury, having some upside. But even then, I don't know. He's still capped by Andrews. Not into Arroyo. And then you start to get really dark here. Of guys that I'd only really take in best ball. Or actually... there is one guy I'm looking at down there that I actually kind of like. But also don't even need like an upside swing. We can also just like, you know, Goedert might suck and we might just need like a Hunter Henry or Zach Ertz kind of play. Debating if 3 tight ends is too much to carry. It probably is. Probably. I don't know. I gotta think about it. You were saying Freiermuth? I'm not into Freiermuth at all. The thing is though, Brandon, like it's accurately priced, brother. Like Odunze hasn't shown anything, sure, but like Ashton Genty hasn't shown anything. Roman is going into year 2 breakout upside. His year 1 stuff was brutal. Like this kind of logic would have led you away from JSN last year. I like Odunze where he goes, especially what I get him middle of the 7th round. Odunze is more like I can't believe that's like something that people are like, oh my god, that's crazy. Like Odunze, I've made videos on it. Odunze, I think it was a stat from Rich Rebar. About 25% of Rome Odunze's routes last year ended in a sack, scramble, throwaway, or tipped pass. Like 25% of his routes did not even have a target available, which makes it really difficult to produce when a quarter of your routes don't have a target on the play. And then when you do get a target, it's damn near uncatchable. It was just awful, man. May was still there, yeah. With Hurts, though, I don't even think I'm going to take a backup quarterback, to be honest. Chubb. All right, so let's look at some things here. I find it shocking. Like, everyone's like, he's bad. It's like, he has a 1-year sample size when he was a rookie, man. Like, I think people really struggle to project forward young players. That's why I'm screaming at the top of my lungs about Zay Flowers on here every day. Is like, if a player's in his first 2 to 3 years of his career, you have not seen the best of that player at all. So to be like, oh, well, he did this last year, he's only going to do that next year. Like, no, he's going to grow as a player and get more volume. We saw it last year with Devon Achane. Everyone was like, oh, well, Devon Achane will never get a big workload. He's just a flash in the pan. His yards per carry will never be that big. And it's like, well, then he got the volume. Because as players are young, they can find more volume. They can improve and find more efficiency. Like, there's just a lot of things that can happen early in a player's career. So to be like, oh, well, he did nothing last year. It's like, yeah, he was a rookie. Outside of, the great ones like Brian Thomas or whatever, and Malik Neighbors. Go look at like what Calvin Johnson did as a rookie. Calvin Johnson's like, you can look at Calvin Johnson's rookie year, DeAndre Hopkins' rookie year, Demaryius Thomas's rookie year. I'm not saying that, like, I'm somebody, of course, like, I want, like, that's why when I want Brian Thomas Jr. and I'm gassing all these guys up, because it's so rare to be good as a rookie that it's a massive signal, but it also shouldn't be the standard. Like, Calvin Johnson as a rookie had 48 catches, 700 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And a lot of people in this space would be like, well, he had 48 catches last year, 700 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Why would you take him in the 4th round, right? Because then he would be getting priced above that as a breakout candidate. Some of you would like, well, why are you taking him after he got 700 yards last year? And it's, well, he's a second-year player. And then he goes out there and gives you 78 for 1,312 touchdowns. So it's just kind of how that works, man. Just kind of how that works. These players early in their career, there's just a wide range of outcomes that isn't anchored in what they did the previous year. Is it even rare to be good? It's pretty rare, man. It's pretty rare. You get, in terms of guys who are like top 12 top 12 point per game scorers, you get a couple every year. And prior to 2020, it wasn't as it was much more rare, I'll say, though. I believe both him and Demaryius Thomas had weird, like for my prospect model stuff, their stats are so weird because they put up like 600 receiving yards, but they also were in a passing offense with like 1,000 passing yards, you know? The thing is what if Zay can become an alpha? Like, he's heading into year 3. Like, I feel like I'm repeating myself so much. Like, he hasn't set his career high in targets or fantasy points per game, most likely yet. Like, there's still more meat left on the bone there for him to be an alpha target earner, to score more touchdowns than he has previously. Elijah Mitchell, yeah, that's not a good pick. All right. I got to stop just like rambling here because I got to kind of figure some stuff out. Is there like any clearly good pick that I'm missing in terms of running backs? Like, who are all the hot button guys right now? We took Ollie Gordon. He's kind of one of those. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to take Zach Ertz. Like, I'm not crazy about Zach Ertz. I just want to have a backup that I would feel fine putting in the lineup. I'm thinking about it. Feel bad for milking the clock like this. We're actually just going to take DJ Giddens. Yeah. I think today Tyler Goodson went down or something that kind of thrusted him up the depth chart. Not thrusted him, but you get what I'm saying. We have a lot of rookie running backs, but I've talked about another video. I want to make sure that I'm betting big on this running back class, to be honest with you. Trying to decide what I want to do at backup tight end right now. I'm debating if 3 tight ends is too much, but I think we're probably gonna end up with 3 tight ends. I don't mind Taj Brooks, but I'm not a big fan. Oh, that's a good shout, D-Monk. A very good shout. All right, just got to start writing down some of these. Let's do... Keaton Mitchell obviously went for sure. That's a great pick. That's one of those. Like, this is the time of year where you want to start getting these guys who are getting buzz, you know, whether that's like this year's this year's like Kyron Williams or like a Pacheco is one of those guys. Efton Kism. I'm looking for running backs. Damn, there goes Okonkwo. Okay. Okay. Nobody's a Jets fan. I'm a Jets fan. Okay. I like Cora, man. Jarquez Hunter there. There you go. I've been taking a lot of Sean Tucker, but on teams with Bucky, I don't know that it makes a ton of sense. It's probably not like a terrible idea on teams with Bucky, but my bad for the the yawn, fellas. I think Rashad White's still out. Oh no, he's not. I'm an idiot for that. Strike that from the fucking record, please. I don't think I'm going to take a backup quarterback. I've been debating it. I think we're going to end up with 3 tight ends on this team. Because I just think, I think we can afford it. I think we can afford 3 tight ends. So that's what I'm going to do. We have, apparently, Henry, I don't know if you're still in here, but I know you've said you don't have to fill out kicker defense on here. So we are going to just take, 16th round Zach Ertz. Just has to be done, just to lock in some kind of floor here. And then we'll take an upside swing later. I'd say I have 4 late round names written down. Nah, Jonnu's gone. As you guys know, these drafts take fucking forever. But this is on RT Sports. Shout out RT Sports. I will say, like, I could see myself. I know Henry's been begging me to draft on here forever. The timer sucks, but I don't know. These are fun rooms where, like round 8 Deebo is a gift. Round 5 Jalen Hurts is a gift. Being in a room where Breece is going 211, Kamara is 212, like. This is an environment I want to draft in, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that I'm better than these people. It's just our philosophies obviously don't line up, is how I will categorize it. And if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone. You guys know I'm on the clock in a bunch of slow drafts. Okay. I don't have another one until 20 minutes later. That should cover us for the last 4 rounds. Yeah, JCM. JCM doesn't usually go in the 10th. That guy just kind of pulled him up, but that's too early for me. But it's also not that crazy in this room with how running back hungry they are, is what I will say. But I'll give you guys an update on the team so far. Remember, this is a full PPR, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex league, redraft managed. We went Justin Jefferson, Bucky Irving. That's another 2v2. Do you like this team better if it's Christian McCaffrey, AJ Brown, Tee Higgins? Yeah, knowing that we get Hurts later, yeah. But knowing that A.J. Brown got here, and we were 2 picks away from A.J. Brown or Ladd getting back to us in the way that running backs flipped off here, I like it. Or, McCaffrey, Bucky, and then we go T, and we take a wide receiver here was another option. But I don't know, I think we played this fine. Like all these options I'm throwing up, I don't think any of them are clearly better. I think it's all just kind of splitting hairs. But we go Jefferson, Bucky, Tee Higgins, RJ Harvey, Jalen Hurts, Travis Hunter, Odunze, Deebo, Cam Skattebo, Tootin, Jayden Reed, Dallas Goedert, Will Shipley, Ollie Gordon, DJ Giddens, Zach Ertz. for, I think, a very fun Hero RB style team is what I would call it. No, Henry's been telling us about the site for forever. I only did one on here last year. We'll probably do anywhere from like... We might get up towards like 6 on here by the time it's done. Something like that. We might get 2 3-packs. We'll see. We'll see. Not even. I did one of these last year, and these guys put me in a locker. I mean, obviously last year was kind of a rare running back over receiver year, but some of these guys are good, man. Do they show... They have like a... I'll pull this up in a second here. All right, we're back on the clock. My bad. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're just not going to mess around with it. Probably could still wait on this, but we're just going to take Harold Fannin here. Take Harold Fannin. We'll take running back the rest of the way. That will be that. What did I want to look at? Oh, this is what I wanted to do. Or no, they don't show it anymore? I don't know. There's a way that you can like look at your league members and scoreboard standings. Yeah, never mind. Power rankings, no. I don't know. There's a way to see. They have like some of the guys in this draft room are like top 100 players on the site is what I'm trying to show. What do you guys think? Do I take a kicker defense, or I just kind of hammer running backs the rest of the way and we'll get kicker defense off waivers before week 1? That's probably where I'm leaning. Probably just has to be running backs the rest of the way. How was the night out? It was very fun. Very fun night. Tough morning, but still got a video out. Still got a stream up. But it was very fun. Any thoughts on Jalen McMillan? He's not bad. He's not bad. I think Igbukah is better, but this Godwin stuff, if Godwin's actually, like, we'll see. Godwin might miss time. He might not be the same guy when he comes back, and if that's the case, if Millen can get out there in 3 wide receiver sets, it's not bad at all. Team 3 with 2 defenses, sometimes you just gotta. Why not let it fly? You think A-Rich locked up the starting job tonight? Yeah, that's what it looked like. I talked to any 304s. I don't even know what that means, but I assume that means females. I'd say I'm pretty sure. There should be a waiver should roll, right? I'll take a running back here and then double check is what I'll do, but I believe waiver should roll. You know what? There's no preseason waivers. Mission deadline, Saturday. So I think it's just the first Saturday before the season starts will be the first waiver wire run, is what it seems like. Take Dameon Pierce. Been taking a lot of him. Why not? Right, week 1 waivers, submission deadline, Saturday, 11:59 p.m. Tap in with me, Henry. I know this is really up your alley. Because he was being weird in this chat here where... Are there pickups before the season starts? They said no, so this lineup we need to use opening week. I don't really know. There are pickups, but I mean, I guess Saturday doesn't count as... I don't know. Now I'm scared. Now I just kind of want to draft kicker defense and not even... That's what I'll probably just draft kicker defense. There's no reason to make it. And my, future me will thank myself, if you will. Yeah, actually, I mean, I'm looking at Dwayne McFarland's draft from the other day, and he did not take a kicker defense. I believe that's what it looks like. It looks like you can do waivers. Just the Saturday week 1. So the Saturday before the first Sunday slate. Yeah. It's not like it's not a value thing. It's just a matter of just another lottery ticket of, maybe a starter goes down or something, but this is one of my favorite teams, though. Maybe my second or third favorite team I've drafted this season. So, do love to see it. How's my water? I'm about to give you guys a full frontal look of the fit right now. We are out here in Crocs and gym shorts. I don't know what you picture me as wearing from the waist down. Dude, what is all this Efton Kism gas, man? What does everyone talk about with Efton Kism? What is the appeal? I'll be honest, I didn't really get to watch much of preseason today. Was there any... I know it seemed like Isaiah Davis didn't really do anything on third downs, which is a good sign for Brees. Heard the Jets were brutal. My mom texted me worried she was watching them. It's hard to... I'm just like, I don't know. To me, preseason doesn't really matter. At least, I don't know. Like, we saw, what was that? It was like 2 years ago where, like, Kenny Pickett and the Steelers looked amazing and they were throwing touchdowns and then they sucked anyways. Like, I don't know, man. Is Smith still out there? Yeah, Rashard Smith, come on down. Oh, Isaiah Davis wasn't playing today. I think he got banged up in the first preseason game. Unless if I'm mistaken. 2 touchdowns for Troy Franklin. Okay. That's kind of hilarious. Let's put my head up here, whatever. Bang. Yeah, this is the final draft. I will say I'm probably just going to queue this last player up and then head out of here, but here's the final team. We're not going to, I don't want to wait for this last pick with these timers, but we went Justin Jefferson, Bucky, Irving, Tee Higgins, RJ Harvey, Jalen Hurts, Travis Hunter, Odunze, Deebo Samuel, Cam Skattebo, Tootin Reed, Dallas Goedert, Will Shipley, Ollie Gordon, DJ Giddens, Zach Ertz, Harold Fannin, Damian Pierce, Brashard Smith. Looking very solid. One of my favorite teams we've drafted. As always, we will be streaming every single night from now. I don't know why I'm so short in my chair right now. From now until week 1, this is what we do. We hop on here. We stream every single night from now through week 1, doing drafts on Underdog, doing drafts like this on High Stakes. I do it all for the people, and the rankings I use while I'm drafting is, of course, my own. Patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I have links to that in the description, comment section, live chat right now. If you are drafting a fantasy football team soon, to me, they're probably the cheapest set of rankings out there. You can find them, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. My top 200, my targets, my fades, tiers, target rounds, all of that good stuff, along with all my in-season management, whether that's rest of season rankings, weekly rankings, waiver wire article, all that good stuff. But if you cannot support there, just leave a like, pop out in the streams, and then, of course, I will say we dropped a video today on the 6 players that I am not drafting inside of the early rounds of fantasy football drafts. It is the part 2 of the Saquon Barkley video from last year, trying to get redemption here. It's tough, man. Players are early round picks for a reason. The fantasy football market is sharp. But if you are interested, definitely go check out that video before you go to bed tonight. And then expect a video, again, in the morning. We do this. And then, yeah, it'll just be not another video in the morning. I don't know why I said that, but you'll get another video. Plenty of things going on all summer long. I'm trying to figure out who I want this last running back to be. Kind of ran out of names. We will go with... I think we're going to go Trevor Etienne. I think so. Actually, we'll go Anthony Richardson. Why not? Unless if he has the same buy as Jalen Hurts. He does not. All right, perfect. Bang. Here we go. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like on the stream. Subscribe. Watch today's video. And I will see y'all in the next one.